Last time on Explorations. My name is Rob. I am here in Killarney Provincial Park and I am getting ready to embark on a 9-day paddling trip. We might get a little bit of rain, but at least we're at the site. I think we're good. It's rain. I've never been able to make ripples in the floor of my tent before. Oh my gosh. Alright, we gotta do some more digging. Dig some trenches. Good morning. It is day 4 and it looks like it's going to be a nice day. The sun is out. The clouds have mostly passed, which is good because we have got a lot of stuff to dry out, including pretty much our entire tent. So expect to see a lot of clotheslines with a lot of clothes and gear hanging on them today. The enchanted forest of wet items. Footprint of our tent, which is the real MVP yesterday. Keeping the lake out of our tent. Oops, that has wrecked that. There we go. And then the tent itself on its side, getting a good old dry off. Yeah, it's probably actually okay by now. Yeah, the bottom's still a little damp. But yeah, I got it pegged off here so it doesn't actually blow into the forest. Yeah, things are drying. Exciting times. Alright, we are off on an adventure. An adventure within an adventure. Like Adventureception. So what we are doing, oh god, how do I hold this camera? We are camped here. We're gonna try to come at this red section from the top side this time. As I mentioned, we tried from site 87 yesterday, tried to go up just to see, and it was not possible. So we're gonna see how far down we can get this way, just for funsies, because who doesn't love fun? Also, I need to repair my yoke foam because I did something yesterday, something stupid, and I broke it.
But it'll only be next step. Sorry. Oh,
Do you help? No,
watch
I'm
out
okay.
for that.
Pretty sure I just drop on this thing though.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're down to 1.
Where's the duct tape?
And now it does not attach to the yoke. So I got my handy dandy duct tape. I think that's gonna be my repair tool. Because I did not bring a sewing kit, which was not the smartest thing, but here we are. Make do with what you got. And that's duct tape. There's something in the water here. An old dock or an old crib. It goes all the way up there and it goes way out there. But There's stuff like this in a lot of Ontario parks. Leftovers from the logging era. Could even just be an old dock or something. Pretty cool. We came as far as we could on this little shortcut middle route. And we've come to the beaver dam. So this is the same dam that we walked to 2 days ago from the bottom side.
Busy as a beaver.
Sweet.
You see the beaver dam?
Look at the size of this beaver dam. Look at the height difference. If you can with the GoPro. Pretty wild. Anyhow, I'm hungry. Let's go for lunch. Very good.
All right, let's see if Rob can do this.
Let's all do some sketchy shit. Doo-da, doo-da.
Okay, kiddo, let's get you out.
Hey, that was anticlimactic.
He did it!
Well, this portage definitely going up. It smells good. And it's not raining. So we'll call that a win. It's the top. I think we did it. So this is a 600-meter portage, but we got to do it probably 3 times just because of the amount of gear we have. So that makes it 3 kilometers. Now you're not carrying gear for all 3 kilometers, but it's still 3 kilometers. So keep that in mind when you're planning routes and portages and stuff. All right, this is David Lake. We did it. 600 meters. That took about 10 minutes maybe. The only problem is, gotta do that walk 4 more times.
Once you're done your crackers, we're gonna walk this again, okay?
Okay. Good to know, good to know.
I'm sorry, I was looking at what I was filming, not where you were going. Heads up, there's a tree. No, you're good, I'm joking. Sorry. Oh.
Some nice slippery rocks here. Always a good time. And the sun is coming out. Yeah, it sure is. We gotta be about halfway. Feels like we're halfway. Well, that was fun. One more trip, one big bag, then we're home free. Here's David Lake. Success. Portage finished. Now, there's a longer portage on our last day, but I don't think it's quite as steep. Something to look forward to. So, gear for 2 people for 9 days looks like this. Step 1, boat, check. We got GoPro gear, my wife's camera gear, small barrel with all our gear, stove, water bag, pot set, saw, all that fun stuff, roping stuff. Fuel canisters strapped onto random things, water bottles. We got the big barrel, which is our food. We We got the yellow dry bag, which is our tent, and we got the orange dry bag, which is everything else. Mostly clothes and thermorests. Yeah. And also, there's wine in there, don't tell anybody. David Lake. And it looks like there's some blue skies ahead. Things are looking up. Here we are. Site 99. Or whatever it is on the new maps. So this is site 188 apparently, or 99 on our map, on David Lake. Not too bad. Still drawing all our tents out. That's our lunch disaster, don't worry about that. But yeah, it's huge. Lots of space for tents. Huh. Not expecting that. Day 6. It's very bright. We are paddling, and by we I mean mostly my wife because I'm holding the camera, but we are paddling to go for a hike, and we are going to be hiking up this. That is Silver Peak. That is the highest point in Killarney. At 5k up, 5k down. Nice 10k hike to a good view, hopefully. So we're camped at 99. Silver Peak is here, so we paddled from here to the foot of the portage here and take this little short section of portage up to where it meets with the main trail and follow the main trail up to Silver Peak. Raspberry pancakes tomorrow, perhaps, with our 6 raspberries. This looks like a good climb up this rock barren here. I guess we are climbing up a mountain slash hill. Pretty cool. So, Silver Peak is kind of over my left slash right shoulder here. You might be able to see it. And it is part of the La Cloche Range, which is like a mountain or hill range, depending on what part of the country you're from and what you want to call it. But the cool thing about the La Cloche is that it is made of a rock called quartzite. And we have a good example of it right here. So we're kind of at the boundary of where the quartzite and I've been always calling it granite. I'm not 100% sure what the other rock is, but for this purpose we'll call it granite. But here we have a nice quartzite intrusion into the surrounding granite. And the La Cloche Mountains, or hills, or range, are all made of this really white, bright rock. You can see in some of the other photos down the lake how white the mountains look, and that's the reason. This is the berry hike apparently. We're now on the blackberries. Giver! Not gonna lie, it's a little ominous. I don't know if this is the top. Maybe. Ah! It's a pretty sweet view. Pretty sweet view, but also look at all the blueberries. Almost there. We did it. Took a while, but we did it. This is Silver Peak in Killarney. I don't know how else is going to show up on this, but right down here, that's where our campsite is, on that little island looking thing. Way in the distance, you can see Sudbury, or the stacks from Sudbury anyways. This ridge line right here is where we were walking along earlier, looking at Silver Peak. And yeah, then we hiked up Silver Peak. You see the La Cloche range, going off in the distance. And then the water body is Georgian Bay. And this chunk of land here is actually Manitoulin Island. Now just eat some lunch and try to get back down into a camp before it's dark. We'll see how that goes. So you can really see what I mean about how white the rock is in the La Cloche range. It's pretty wild. Like, compared to the cloud, it's pretty white. Gotta get just to there is where our campsite is. So close yet so far. And we got about 3 hours to do it, or we're gonna be doing some night paddling. Good times. We did it. We're back where our boats are, back at the lake. We're all pretty wiped out, so I think we're just gonna paddle back, make a quick dinner, maybe go for a swim, wash some of the sweat off. But yeah, pretty solid day. Silver Peak, highly recommended if you can do it. Next time on Explorations. And we have come to a decision, and that decision is we are going to come out of the backcountry tomorrow on day 8 instead of day 9 as we had originally planned. But supposedly there is the ruins of an old logging camp in this clearing here. There's a freaking beaver dam between us and where we have to be.
Looks like 2 actually. 1. Yeah, well, it's a canoe going on the river dam.